Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're going to create these two nice list item animations that we can create in Adobe Express. Let's see the first one. As you see, our whole list appears and then the current list item fades in and out on the screen in a nice way. Let's see the second one, which is also very flexible and easily customizable. So let's get started. I'm going to start by changing the page's background color to the darkest blue that I have in the test library, and then I'm going to create a test element for my list item number, which is going to be 1, and with the properties font source sans 3 and font weight black, and the font size is going to be 100. I will also make sure text alignment is set to the left. Then I'm going to clone the text element I have to create the list item text, which is going to be step 1. Then what I need is creating the shape that is going to be background of my list item number, which is going to be this square with rounded corners. I don't need a border around it, and I need its background color to be this nice blue, and I'm gonna carry it to the very bottom in my layer stack and resize it to a size that makes sense to be the background of my list item number, while making sure its corner roundness is 30. Then I'm going to select the list number and the list item text and clone them twice to create the remainder of my list items, and making record changes both in the list element number and text to complete my list. Then I'm going to select all the elements and group them and center them on the screen. And I'm going to select the square item and make it invisible by making its opacity 0%. And then I'm going to make sure my list items group is selected and apply a growth in animation to them just by changing the personality to energetic. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, it looks quite good. Then I'm going to reduce the scene's length to 0.5 seconds. Then I'm going to duplicate the scene and remove the animation that my list items have, and select in the square element. I'm going to apply a in bungee animation to it with the settings. Duration is going to be 1 second, balance is 2, and direction is going to be button. Of course, I need its opacity to be 100%, right? To be able to see the animation. So let's fix that, and let's see how it looks. So I guess this completes the entire intro section of our list items animation. Let's see it. Actually, let's make the bungee animation's length or duration 1 second. It looks smoother this way. Much better. Then I'm going to duplicate this scene. And then I'm going to select the square element and delete the animation it has, and select in the whole list. I'm going to apply an outshrink animation to them with these exact settings. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, very good. Then I'm going to select the step 1 list item with the background square. I'm going to copy them and I'm going to paste them. Then I'm going to make them really big and centered on my page. Of course, I'm going to regroup them and then I'm going to center them. Since I need my big list item to appear after the whole list disappeared on the screen, I'm going to drag its starting position to 0.5 second mark, and then I'm going to apply an in-growth animation to it by only changing personality to energetic. Looks quite good. We can stop here, but if we want also an outro animation for the big list item, we need to create a static scene for it first to determine its appearance duration on the screen. In order to do that, I'm going to duplicate the last scene, and then I'm going to delete the grouped list, and of course drag the starting position of the big list item to the very beginning of the scene. And again, since this scene has been created to determine the big list item's duration on the screen, we don't need an animation. I'm gonna remove it, and then for outro animation I'm going to duplicate this scene. And as an outro animation, an out shrink type of animation will do it. And I'm going to check the parameters. Since in this set of animations we are using personality energetic, after checking that, we're going to test it. Now we can test the whole list animation we have. I think it works perfectly. Our second animation, again, we're gonna start by changing the background color to the darkest blue, and then we're going to create our text element with the font Fredocal 1. The font weight is regular, and the font size is actually, I'm gonna make something like 180, and the text element is going to be just a step in all caps. I'm also going to need an outline color for this one, which is going to be this blue, and outline thickness is going to be 60. Next, I'm going to copy my text element to create the list item number, which is going to be 1, since it is the first item, and font size is going to be 378, so I'm gonna adjust the spacing, make sure it is perfectly centered to the text, and I'm gonna actually increase its thickness back to 60, and then I'm going to select and group them to center them on the page. Then I'm going to select the number 1 and make its opacity 0. For next step, I need to ungroup the text I have, and I'm gonna clone the step to create 3 numbers. And after making sure left and right fonts align to the step text, I'm going to distribute them horizontally. Then I'm going to make their opacity 50%. Then I'm going to select all the visible text and group them to apply an in-shrink animation to them with these exact settings. So let's test it. Actually, I need to reduce the scene's length to 1 second. Yeah, looks nice. Then I'm going to duplicate the scene. Then delete the shrink animation the group has, and then ungroup them. And then after selecting only the numbers and grouping them, I'm going to apply an outgrowth animation to them by only changing the personality to energetic. Then I need to make the scene's length 2 seconds, and then reduce the number's duration to the 0.5 seconds. to make sure their animation is happening at the very beginning of the scene. And I'm going to select the big, right now invisible text number 1, and I'm going to make its opacity 100%, and I need its duration to start at the 1.5 second mark. And then I'm going to apply an in-grove animation to it, again by only changing the personality to energetic. Let's test the second scene we have. It looks quite good. Next I'm going to duplicate the last scene I have, and then I'm going to delete the numbers 1 through 3, and then also I'm going to delete the animation that number 1 has. Drag its layer timing to the very beginning of the scene, reduce the scene's length to 1 second. So as this scene is going to be outro of our current list item, I'm going to group this item text and number and apply an outgrowth animation to them by making sure I'm at the out tab under the animation and selecting the growth, again by only changing personality to energetic. Let's see what happens. It looks quite good. Let's test the whole animation. Quite nice. Hope you liked the tutorial. Be sure to check other Express tutorials that I have at the end screen. Also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. So see you in the next one.